Laura, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be reacting to a new band to me. This is Cantbeblue, Should Be You. I love the rhyming factor, but I cannot wait because you know I'm a huge rock girly. Let's go ahead and get started. Ooh. I love the dissonance. Ooh. 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 Ooh, I didn't hear the piano before. Wailing. Ooh. Should be us. Ooh. Okay, I have to say, this song led me through such emotions. I absolutely loved it so much. It made my emo heart so happy. Like, I was just like, yes, this is definitely immediately going on the playlist. I'm gonna probably listen to it like 5 times at least today, if not more. So you have to start with the very beginning. I feel like it's so important because the piano really sets up everything for this entire song. And there was such dissonance, and the fact that dissonance is kind of like in music where it feels like a little crunchy. It doesn't feel quite right. And what was happening is in the piano, they were doing a lot of half step semblance. So, and then we had the reverb on the voice. So by having those two kind of things together, it was creating this tension that you really wanted to have be resolved. And so what they did in the verse was continue with like the half steps in the piano, the reverb in the voice, and this tension. And there were pauses in between that. The don't lie, when we heard that with the pause. And then launching, ooh, my goodness. Girl, If I Die, launching that chorus with the reverb taken off of the voice. Much more raw, much more just energy through the voice. Not that there isn't energy with reverb, but it's just because you take it off, it's like this natural, raw kind of passion that we heard through that. And then throughout the entire song, playing with those different things of both quiet, loud, tension, and rawness, like that happened throughout the entire song. And it was very, very important throughout the entire part. I loved right before you go into the second verse, the lyrics were "that should be you," and it was a pause. The instrumentation went in before it went into the next verse, and that's taking moments of quiet is really important in music, because you don't want something to just be the same volume the entire time. You want things to have peaks and valleys, and that's how you show emotion in music. And so if you were just listening to the piano in this particular song, you should be able to tell, even without the vocalist, where things are rising and falling. That's what you should be able to do in any sort of piece, is have those moments, and they did that so incredibly well. And then there were a couple of parts where I was like, but baby, I just wrote down some lyrics. I was like, but baby pretty, but baby, he sang, it was in his head voice, it was so pretty, it was just very nice. And then the second time, when it went to the girl If I Die, the piano was wailing. I don't think it happened in the first verse, the first chorus. I'll have to go back and listen to it, but he was really killing those keys. I was like, okay, go off. I absolutely adore it. And I loved how the piano was such a focus in this particular song, because I feel like sometimes it doesn't feel necessarily like a piano has a place in a rock band, but it really does, because there's so much that you can do with piano, keyboard, synthesizers. There's so much that can happen in there. So I really love how this particular piece really focused on that. It was for here, normally you think of the lead guitar when you think of rock, but here it was the piano was leading everything. It was leading the emotion. I really, really loved that. And then the second time we heard That Should Be You, it was focused on the lead guitar. The lead guitar really came out and had this moment with all the other instruments before going into the bridge, and the piano, which was mostly just the piano and voice, and it was just so nice the way they were moving together. And then the last part of the bridge, That Should Be You, he did it a couple of times, but the last time it was in his falsetto, so pretty. And then there were some group na-na-nas, which I was like, yes, that's perfect, because you're in an audience that you're gonna sing that part, and I love singable moments with groups. And then at the very end, that Should Be Us, where again took everything out, a pause, raw vocals. So good. You guys need to tell me immediately everything about this group. I need to know everything about them. I need to know past songs. I need to know what they're going to be doing in the future, because I want to stand them immediately. Okay? So please give me all that information down below. Tell me what you guys thought. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite part in this music video? And like I said, for me, it definitely is the piano being the lead. I just thought that was so good, along with the vocals. Absolutely adored it, and everyone really working together to bring that full emotion to the song. Tell me your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.